Fit Fam. We all have a running story, and I want to share part of mine with you today. I think it's a story a lot of you can relate to because there was a time where my body just stopped letting me run. Like I couldn't do it, and I didn't know if I would ever be able to run again. And I felt like I lost a huge part of myself and my identity, and it was scary. My body just stopped. I stopped being able to eat a full meal. And when that happens, we know that when we can't fuel, we can't run well. So I stopped having the energy to run. And when I could run, my body stopped me from going longer distances because I would cramp so severely that a lot of times I ended up on the side of the trail. And when this would happen, it wasn't with any kind of regularity. There wasn't really any rhyme or reason as to why it would happen on some runs and it wouldn't happen on other runs. And it didn't matter what distance. The only thing I could think of was I was running too hard, like my pace was too fast, but there was nothing in common that I could put my finger on it. And I felt lost and frustrated and defeated. And I'm sure a lot of you all have felt the same way. Probably the most confusing part though was I'd gone to a number of doctors and no one knew what it was, how to fix it, or what to give me for it. And that's when I realized the onus for taking care of myself was on me. And because I had a responsibility to take care of my body, I realized that I couldn't afford to give up because not only did my body crave this movement, but my mind did too. And I needed a new physical challenge that I could pour all of this emotional frustration into. So a lot of times that's why we go for a run, is we go to sort out personal issues or work issues or family stuff, or just to step away from it all and take a break. And so now I needed to find something else. So the reason I tell you all that is that if you can't run right now, I want you to know that it's okay to try something else and give yourself permission to try something new, and you don't have to be really good at it. So what I did is I found power yoga and I loved it because it was this new creative fluid flow of movement, that it wasn't just about like peace and namaste, which is great and all, but it was such a different physical challenge. It literally pushed me to the edge, specifically of my balance and a different kind of endurance strength to be able to hold these powerful postures and positions for a really long time. And then to add on top of that, different poses that required a totally different amount and kind of body strength to be able to hold up your own body weight in really different positions was very humbling when I was used to just running an hour without any problems, and all of a sudden here I am shaking through a push-up. So what I want you to know is if you can't run right now, either because you have some health issues or maybe there's an injury going on, or maybe life is just a little too crazy, know that you are still a runner at heart, and it is okay to put the running shoes aside just for a moment and explore a new kind of movement, because in the end, what that power yoga did for me is it created a stronger foundation than I could have ever had if I had been able to keep running. I now have a new type of strength I can draw from, not just physically, so I'm a stronger runner, but also mentally a better and more resilient runner too. And that, running with Fit Fam, is why we dare to train differently.